Now when it comes to Magic Flame, I'm comparing the two pizza ovens today. We have the wood pellet over here, stainless steel, and we have the gas over here. A couple key differences I noticed. The stainless steel, all pellet, does have a rotating stone, but it has a very flat disc inside that you just set the stone on and you turn the stone. If you move it too fast or too hard, that stone's going to slip and rotate. Not that it's going to cause a problem, because you shouldn't be doing it that fast anyway when we cook the pizza, and I'll demonstrate that. But on this one, the mechanism in here is more of like 3 arms that actually holds the pizza stone in place, and there's no hole in the middle of the pizza stone, which I like as well, because you're sliding a pizza on. I want to make sure that pizza stone's 100% solid with no holes in it. Not a huge deal, but it's just something that I think that could be improved upon. The other miss with this gas one, there is no temperature indicator. You're gonna have to use an infrared gun. If you don't have one, you'll have to buy one. I don't know what the temperature is on this. I'll have to go ahead and fire it up and see what it will look like, but this should absolutely have a temperature gauge, and it's missing, so you should know that. The other thing about the gas oven is there is no door. Now this is really controversial. Some people say you need to have a door. Other people say you don't need a door. The other thing is we have the rotation in here. So as you move this, you should be able to move things around and cook your pizza evenly. Now this is the pizza stone with the hole, and it's at 12 inches. 12-inch pizza stone, and it sets on the plate. Slide it in, and it goes over a little center piece, and then you're good to go. This is a 13-inch stone, so you get another inch of your pizza, which doesn't seem like a lot, but 13 inches versus a 12, it actually does make a little bit of a difference. Now to start the pellet oven, I'm going to use a tumbleweed on top, and I'm placing a tumbleweed inside here. You can either slide it in the back, or you can just lift up the top like so, put your tumbleweed in, it'll close it up. What that's going to do, it's going to let us heat from the top and the bottom, get those wood pellets really going as quickly as possible. And then we have the airflow back here, which will keep them lit. And when I do that and get that going, I will start the gas oven, and I want them to get up to 650 degrees. Now, the pizza oven with the pellets has a door. Theoretically, closing that door, it's going to let that oven heat up probably quicker. However, this is an open oven that has gas, so we'll go ahead and see how that is. Either way, we got to give it a cook and see how that pizza comes out. Now, before we light these up, I want to check the temperature of these stones. The stainless steel has been out all night. It's been very cold out here in Northern California. This one was in the kitchen. I've had it out here for about an hour to let the temperature kind of acclimate. So I want to see and make sure how close these are, and that'll tell us the one might need a little bit more time than the other to get to temperature. So the gas, 64 degrees on the gas, and we're at about 60 degrees, 59 degrees on the pellet grill. Let's go ahead and fire it up, get this heated, we'll get the gas heated, and it's time to bring out the pizzas, cook it, and see how it comes out. Now for today's wood pellet cook, I'm using Naughty Wood Barbecue's 100% plum Cabernet wood pellets. So we're gonna fire it up and see how it does. So we have 5 scoops of pellets in there. It is below the top, which we want. I can see the tumbleweed. We're gonna light both of these, let it go, and get a good fire going, then we'll put it in the oven and let it heat up. Now I have the pellets close by in case we have to add pellets to this. I don't know how long this is gonna last. We need 650. I assume that I'm gonna heat it up and then probably need to add some to keep it going. But we're only gonna need about 60 to 90 seconds for the pizza, and then we're done. So you don't really need a whole lot of pellets, I'm hoping. Now I'm gonna fire up the gas oven and get that going. Okay, that was pretty easy. I turned the oven on, and I'm on max. You can see this is actually burning. We're getting a little nice smoke out of this, which I actually really like. Looks like it's kind of some blue smoke there. Coming out the top, not a problem. Once this thing's fully burning, the smoke's gonna really settle down, and then of course the gas is heating up. Let's give it about 15-20 minutes. I'll come back. We're gonna go ahead and cook some pizzas. I'm gonna see what our temperature's at. Door's open. And here in front, we're at 545, 445. So we're gonna go ahead and turn this here and see what it does. And we're at about 455, 484. So it's heating up. I wanna try to get to 650 degrees. Nice blue smoke coming out of there. See the heat, but not a whole lot of smoke. But the fire's going really nicely down there. Now, one of the things I noticed that gets your pellets really going, I just open this top a little bit. Make sure you use the handle because this is really hot. Open this up, and you'll see the fire raging in there. And by having this open, It's kind of like a Venturi effect. It sucks in the air, comes out the other way, and the thing that's cool about this is that it's almost like an offset smoker. You can open this up all the way and really get a lot of air in there, or you can close it down just a little bit so you're satisfied that the pellets are really burning, and I would go ahead and close it and just let it sit. Now I'm happy to report this oven with the door open already hit almost 900 degrees. I had to turn it down, it's on high, and you can see right here, I'm down to about almost 800, 766. It really doesn't seem to matter. It's getting hot as hell. Now, this pizza oven has been going the same time as this. This is already at temp with the pizza stone, about 15, 20 minutes. This one took a while to get started, but when it started climbing, it is already going past 100, 150. It's at 200. It's almost going to 220. So it's rising very rapidly, which is pretty impressive. The wood pellets are really starting to heat this thing up. So about 22 minutes in, we're almost at 600 degrees on this. Not really sure how to control this, but when it hits 650, it's time to put your pizza in. But you gotta check the stone. The stone needs to be 650, not the indicator on the pizza oven. So we're gonna check our stone and make sure it's 650. Now you can see there's a little bit of nice blue smoke coming out of here. I can absolutely see it. And that fire is really burning nicely back here. So very good ventilation, very good airflow. And those pellets are like cherry in there. I'll show you how bright this thing is. Really burning nicely. I'm really happy with that. Now it looks like we're 575 indicated on here, just about at 600. Let's go ahead and check that stone out. And our stone is 400 degrees. Let's go ahead and turn the stone back the other way. And you're gonna see a little bit of black smoke coming out because the oxygen changed. 483 in the back, a couple hundred degrees from where we wanna be. We'll let it go for another 10 to 15 minutes. We're only about 25 in. So we'll let it go another 10 minutes and then we'll check it out and cook our pizza. Now this pizza oven's been on for the same time as this one, but the stone on this was over 900 on high. I turned it down to about 50%, still was about 900. I've got it down to about 25%, still at around, here's 727. Go inside there a little bit, and we're at, some of these are almost 900 again. I can feel the heat coming out here, but it actually feels kind of good in this cold weather. It's not really blasting me, so I'm really impressed with this. I'm gonna turn it down, let that stone lower a little bit, because with the dough that I have, 900 is a little bit too hot. I'm looking at 650, 675 is what I'm looking at for this one. Now this was about 600 holding. I wanted to get it hotter, so I basically lifted this up. I added 1.5 pellets into here, close it up, we're gonna let those burn. So 5 minutes later, after adding the pellets, this is indicating at 640 degrees, which is perfect. Let's go ahead and see how hot the stone is. It's about 557 degrees. Now I'm loving this pellet design. One of the things I figured out is this is almost like an offset. You can open it up and get that fire ripping. I'm gonna go ahead and put my microphone here so you can see and hear what it is. It's pretty quiet, get the fans on. But listen to what happens when I open this up. It's like a jet engine. And that fire just pops open really fast, so you gotta be careful. But you can open it just a little bit and it actually gets that fire more intense, heat this up even more. Kind of a cool little thing. Okay, here we go, pizza number one's going in. Okay, we're on the pizza stone right in the center, and we're gonna start this one. Get that going. Okay, that pizza's in as well, and we're gonna start turning this. I can already see it's browning it up already, so I'm gonna give it a little bit of a turn. Fire's coming over the pizza top on this one, and this thing is cooking super, super fast. Fire's going over the top. It's been about 60 seconds. That pizza, look at that. A little burnt right here, not a big deal. And I want that backside to get just a little bit more, but it's looking beautiful. Put it in for maybe like 10 seconds, and that's it. About 60 seconds in. Absolutely, look at that beautiful pizza. Go and set that over here. Let's take a look at this one, which is probably burning because I'm paying attention. And it's actually looking pretty good. Not cooking as fast, which is okay. Close that up for a little bit. Keep this in the back. And we'll start spinning that around. And other than a little bit of burnt here, which isn't a huge deal, this crust, beautiful. Oh yeah, look at that underneath. Beautiful crust. Crispy, not burnt. Absolutely perfect. We'll just set it on top of here. And that'll act as a warmer. Then we're gonna rotate this pizza a little bit here, about a quarter of the way. Let it sit for about maybe 20, 30 seconds. Okay, so we're about 2 minutes in on this one. About 30 seconds longer than the gas. The gas was really hot. We were over 650, probably 675, 700. This was definitely around the 600 mark by the time I kept opening and looking. So look at that pizza. Oh, absolutely incredible. Okay, probably won't get a cheese pull because I sacrificed my pizzas for you between getting them out here, bringing them here, getting the cameras moved. But let's go ahead and cut it up and take a look and see. Oh, crispy crust. Okay, all right, still hot. A little cheese pull action, huh? That's pretty good. It's gonna be hot. Let's see. Oh. That tastes really good. Let's go over and cut this one up. Okay, all right. Still not cold. Little cheese pull action. That's really good. Now, can I tell the difference between this one, which is the wood fire, doing a crust action here to see, and then that's what you want right there. That's a beautiful crust. Wow, that's worth all this. To be perfectly honest, I really don't taste wood as in wood fire. They both taste incredible. The homemade sauce that I have, both of these cook the pizza incredibly well. I got really nice dough. That fermentation, you can see, cooked it perfectly, puffed it up. Nice and crispy on the outside, soft and good on the inside. I only use these ovens one time to do this video to see how it would be for somebody for the first out-of-box experience. Because if I use this 15 or 20 or 30 times, I'd have it dialed in and it would probably look absolutely perfect. But I wanted to see what it would look like out of the box. And I got a little bit of char in here because I wasn't paying attention. I was focusing on one oven versus the other and rotating. Now this one came out perfect. This really has a nice slight char to it. This one does have some burnt spots right here. Not a big deal. I actually don't mind a little bit of that char and that burnt on that crust. Oh, it doesn't even taste bad because the dough is just so flavorful with that 72-hour fermentation. I think both of these ovens will do well for somebody. If you want to go with wood pellets and not worry about gas, and you want a front door with a thermometer, I would say that you want to go with the wood pellets. If you want an oven that's going to heat up, I mean, it's fast. I was over 900 degrees very quickly on high, turned it down. I was on almost the lowest setting on the gas oven. This thing was still hitting 700 degrees. You really don't want below 650. It's fantastic. It's conservative on fuel. You don't need that front door, and you really don't need a thermometer gauge because at the end of the day, you need to look at the pizza, and with that rotating stone, you get a nice even cook. So as long as you have some way to tell the temperature, which was an infrared gun, which I still recommend you get to know what the pizza stone temperature is at, then you really don't know the temperature of that. So I would still like some type of indicator, but it isn't necessary. So what are my thoughts on the Magic Flame pizza ovens? The stainless steel unit is actually pretty nice, but you do get fingerprints all over the stainless steel. It's just an aesthetics thing, but it is something nice where the black coating on the gas unit is really clean, and I think over the long term would just look nicer. It's going to be outside being used a lot. Then the stainless steel is probably going to outperform because there's no paint. They perform excellent. The wood pellet oven, this is a couple hours now, still is warm. It's not burning hot, but it's still hot. There's still some pellets in there that are hot. It got a pretty complete burn. Very, very little smoke, blue smoke, but it's something you still want to do outside and don't do under an enclosed patio. I happen to do it in my enclosed patio. Got a little bit smoky in the very beginning when you're lighting those pellets. Once that was going and everything was fully burning, you really didn't see any smoke anywhere. The inside pizza stone heated up really well. It heated up just as even as the gas oven. However, this one didn't get as hot. I think if I put a little more pellets in, I might be able to push it, but I'm not sure this can get up to 900 degrees. On the gas oven, and you're at 650 to 700 degrees easily. Maximum put me well over 900 degrees, and I turned it down at that point. If you don't want to use propane or any other type of fuels, and you want to stick to just wood pellets because that's what you use in your smoker, then this is actually a good choice. I do like the fact there's no chimney on the gas unit. There's a chimney on this unit which you need to evacuate those gases, that smoke. You get no real smoke on the gas oven at all, so there's no need for that chimney. Additionally, you don't need a front door. I was skeptical because every pizza oven I've had has a door on it that I've actually used. Well, this is the first one that I used, the gas model without a door, and it worked absolutely flawlessly, and it stayed super hot. As far as the build quality, I think the gas unit is built a little bit better. It looks like a tighter build. You don't see any insulation anywhere in the unit. As with the wood pellet oven, you do see the insulation here in the pellet hopper when you're installing it. Also, with this chimney in here, you can take off very easily. you can see there's insulation all in there. Now, I don't think that's a negative. I'm just saying that you can see how this is built and put together, and you can't really see anything because it's all sealed on the gas unit. I would have liked to have the wood pellet unit completely sealed, where you don't have any holes to stick things in, and where you can actually get to the insulation. I think that should actually be sealed up. And in the case of the doors, I'm fine with the door not being on. However, with the door off on the wood pellet oven, you do lose your heat, and it dropped quite a bit, over 100 degrees in a pretty short amount of time. So that door really has to stay on because you're not getting the flame all the time coming all the way up to the edge. Now, I did see it go all the way up to the edge when I opened the door, but that's for a short amount of time. You'll have to keep adding the pellets. If you don't mind adding pellets and watching your temperature, I think the pellet stove will be just fine. However, I really like the gas better, and that would be my recommendation for anybody looking for a pizza oven. And if you're looking at the Magic Flame, my vote is for the gas model. So I hope you enjoyed the unboxing. Hope you enjoyed the pizza cook, and to see the results. The pizza is absolutely, I mean, it's fantastic. Give me a like, comment, drop it below. We'll see you on the next one. Smoke on, baby!